Alright everyone, TNT Moto here. So an update on the 1989 CR500 project. Yes, it is still going on. I wound up having to sell one of my bikes. The budget on the CR500 has gone extremely high due to the major engine failure caused by whoever put it together last time, omitting a few parts, which caused some severe damage. I wound up selling my 1989 CR125. I just had no choice in the matter whatsoever. I need to get this project finished. It's very important to keep moving on the other bikes that I'm going to be building over the next few years and the other things in the shop that I need to make this all come together. Underneath all of these towels, I have a little peek for you, and this is the motor. Completely disassembled in every way that you can imagine. Every single part that goes into one of these engines, everything's been cleaned, and or there are brand spanking new parts underneath here to reassemble this. Here we got a box of parts from Partzilla. These are all brand new Honda OEM parts. I'm going to be painting this motor with Glacier Black, and I'll tell you why we're going to be doing that later on in the engine assembly video. Now we move on over here. Inside here, we have a Caswell plating kit. I know I used to plate everything out of a kit that I built myself, but I've moved on now. We're going to be using Caswell because it just gives you a very amazing finish. All right, down here we've got the freshly powder coated frame. I've got a brand spanking new silencer, Pro Circuit, some new Polysport fork guards. I've got a brand new set of handlebars. We've got the original steel sprocket, which I'm going to be using on this build. It was put on fresh when I got the bike. There's absolutely no issues with it whatsoever. In here we have a brand spanking new outer clutch cover. Up top here we've got, what was this? Fork seals, brand new fork seals. We've got a brand new, which kit is this? The linkage kit. Brand new linkage kit. Up here I have, I think this is my cylinder head. Let's have a look in there. Yeah, that's my cylinder head back from Adam Millar with the compression release in it. We've got a brand spanking new seat cover up here. This in here is a brand spanking new, bearings included for the whole thing, right hand side engine case. That's brand new in there. I was really shocked that I was able to get that. Most of the parts have had their initial cleaning. We've got about this stuff. We got a brand new throttle tube right there, original OEM. We've got a brand new upper bearing for the shock. We've got brand new swing arm bearings. So we got brand new tires coming in. I think I got Bridgestone tires for the bike. I've got brand new DID rims coming in. I've got brand new spokes coming in. What else? There's just a whole bunch more parts coming in every single day. Okay, so I think that's gonna put an end to this video, just an update on what's going on. I may tie this one together with putting that frame up on the engine or up on the stand and putting some pieces on it. You know what? Yeah, let's do that. Let's get that frame up on the stand and start putting some parts on it. All right, guys. Well, there they are. Nicely powder coated. All right, just have a quick look. Don't see any missing powder anywhere. Doesn't look like there's any light areas. Looks like it went on well. All right, so as much as I've tried to stick with OEM parts on this build, sometimes you can't get the part, or the price is just so far outrageous that it doesn't make sense for the budget on the build. So what I did is I went out and I bought myself one of these Bolt Pro Packs for CR125, 250, and 500 from 85 to 98. There's a lot of pieces in this kit that are pretty much identical to the OEM product, and I've never had an issue with a Bolt product at all, ever. They've never broken on me, they've never stripped on me. The quality of it is really good, and if you need to get some bolts and you can't afford OEM hardware, this is what I would recommend you get. No, I'm not being sponsored by these guys. It's just, I know a good product when I see it, and I've used Bolt on a lot of my bikes when I couldn't get the part that I needed. All right, so there you go. There's the bolts from that kit. These are the ones they are using for the subframe. You can see that they look a lot like some of the Honda bolts you buy. They've got the indentation there. They've got the flange. Okay, so this is a special Honda bolt. Bolt only goes in one way. And I'm not going to tighten this right up because we're going to have to put the air box in here, and I do have to plate that bolt first. So this has been cleaned up pretty much as clean as it's going to get. This area right in here is actually worn. You're not really going to clean that up much. I mean, if you look at it close, you can see the plastic is a bit deteriorated in that area from probably sitting in dirt and whatever else over the years. And I'm very fortunate that the original rubber casing was still on this bike. You just slide that in there like that. Bit of a pin mount on the bottom, and then a square one on top. Right, everything's good there. We're just gonna, because the coil's gonna stay on here, I'm just gonna back these off and put some Loctite on them. All right, so the chain rollers we're going to be putting on are made by Moose Racing. These are not obviously OEM. You can still get the lower OEM, which is the smaller one. You've got a large one and a small one, but the cost is extremely high for the lower roller. You're looking at $43 US. By the time I get it here in Canada, I'm going to be looking at a $70 part, and I just can't justify that. The upper, you can't even get these anymore. They don't have them OEM. I'm sure you could find some NOS somewhere, but we'll be going with Moose. Now, these actually come with the bolts, which is very convenient, but we may be changing them out based on the style to go to a more Honda style bolt. Well, look at that. It actually comes with a bolt that is Honda style anyway. Alright guys, so I know you were probably expecting a lot more of this video than what it is, a lot more parts to be put on the frame, but I spent the last week and a half just cleaning parts by hand. What I typically do is take the bike down to the car wash and give it a pressure wash, and then bring it home and take it apart. This bike was extremely dirty and greasy, and I never got an opportunity to take it down and pressure wash it off, and I don't have the facilities here to do it. So the initial cleaning of the parts was just, it was way over top of what I had expected with the amount of crap all over everything. The next builds that I do, I've figured out a way of getting around that, and I'll be discussing it in a different video. But for now, this is going to wrap this video up, and I'm going to have to move on to building myself a vapor blasting box. I've got a lot of aluminum parts here that I need to vapor blast. I could use a Scotch-Brite wheel to clean up all the aluminum parts, but I don't always like the finish that the Scotch-Brite gives it. So right now we're going to stop this video, and I want to thank you all for coming out and watching it. Catch you all next video.